most of the time, Western music doesn't really touch my heart, doesn't really catch my attention. And whenever I try to listen to a Western music, it just doesn't trigger my adrenaline, or it doesn't just cause me so much goosebumps compared to my favorite J-pop music or K-pop music. So first of all, I'm gonna say this before I'm going to talk about why I don't prefer Western music. I'm not gonna touch upon the subject of the lyrical art or the art behind making lyrics, because I don't think I have the privilege, or am I worthy enough to be judgmental about it. I know that writing lyrics is a very difficult job. I tried to do it once and I just couldn't do it. I often wonder how do songwriter even come up with a lyrics that matches well with a melody. I just don't know. I tried, and I feel like either I don't have the talent for it, or I really need enough passion or enough practice or enough knowledge for me to be able to come up with a song of my own. So I know that writing lyrics is a kind of job that requires too much effort, too much passion, and too much artistry and creativity. So I'm not gonna touch upon that subject. I'm also not gonna touch upon whoever the artist is. I don't like Western music, not because I hate certain artists like Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber. First of all, I feel like this is one of the main reasons. That is because, personally, since this entire video is subjective, I feel like, or at least from my ears, Western K-pop music and J-pop music, or any kind of music I listen to all day, whenever I judge a music, that I determine to listen to all day, that I determine that I will enjoy from now on until the day that I get bored, is when the melody catches my attention and the flavor of the melody really hits right to my brain. I mostly like musics that has beats that are melodious, with beats that are just right to my ears. I also like melodies that are very catchy and also really unique. I also like experimental music, but as long as the melody is easy for me to remember, such as the music that NMIX, a K-pop artist, NMIX usually produce. I really like their music, particularly their B-sides or the music that they release after the title track. I really like it. It sounds very unique to my ears. I also really enjoy several J-pop songs, such as the ones that are produced by Giga, who is a Vocaloid producer. I really like Giga. I really like his music. I'm obsessed. Particularly when you listen to the music that he produced for Project Sekai, for a virtual or for a fictional music band called Vivid Bad Squad for the game Project Sekai. You have to listen. The beats, melody, the vocals, and I feel like that's the only reason why I prefer the J-pop and K-pop music over Western music. So the thing is, I haven't listened much to Western music, so I may sound biased because I've only enjoyed like about 5 or 6 Western music, but not all. It's not that I listen to Western music most of the time, that I spend the day or waste my time listening to music while doing something else, because doing work and then listening to music just hits right, like it just blends well together. Some of the Western music that I particularly enjoy is Taylor Swift, Cardigan, and a few of Justin Bieber, such as the Beauty and the Beat music, like that song, and some of Justin Bieber's older songs, but I don't really listen to them all day. Like, I don't binge listen to it. I'm not that obsessed with it. But whenever I listen to it, like, wow, like, it just makes me wow. I also listen to Lo-Fi. I think that's the right pronunciation, Lo-Fi. Lo-Fi. From the Start, Lover Girl, and Falling Behind. I really like Falling Behind. But that's about it. The majority of the songs that I like came from either K-pop music or J-pop music. But the reason I just don't like Western music is that it sounds bland in my ears. They don't feel new, unique, experimental. They don't have that kind of melody that hits the right spot. They don't have that melody that makes my head bop, or that makes me want to dance, or just doesn't make me overall happy or overall glad that I'm living right now. They just don't send me to several beautiful places, unlike songs that I typically enjoy. They don't have that kind of melody that will taste delicious in my ears or something. I don't know if that sounds weird, but I think that sounds weird. Like, doesn't really matter to me if I don't understand the lyrics, because I resonate well with the music if the melody catches my attention, if the melody could totally capture me whole as a person. Because the moment I start liking a song, one of the catalysts is the melody. Because like most of the time, like melody comes first before the singer sings the lyric. So it all depends on the melody for me. I'm not the kind of person that likes the music over a lyrics. So yeah, perhaps I just like creative melody, because I think J-pop producers, K-pop producers were doing it right when it comes to coming up with a melody that no one has ever heard yet. Like, they really do it well when it comes to that. Like, oftentimes whenever I listen to a brand new J-pop or K-pop music, particularly from the J-pop side, it's the kind of melody that I have never heard of yet, but like instant on my playlist. And yeah, that's all. I would like to hear your thoughts about this, and if you prefer Western music over other types of music coming from other countries. Or are you more of a both? Like you enjoy Western music as well as Asian music? And since K-pop music and J-pop music are more prevalent these days, perhaps you're both an enjoyer of K-pop music, J-pop music, as well as Western music. Like you keep up with all of that. Like personally, I don't. I more jump from K-pop music to J-pop music, and I don't touch Western music. Like I don't really like to care about it. But when the time comes, like coincidentally, I come across a music or a tune from a Western music that I really like, perhaps I try to listen to it. But that's all about it. Yeah. Bye.